Now, the News Radio 1110 KFAB Weather Watch.
Partly cloudy skies are on tap today. We are starting off in the upper 50s and lower 60s with high temperatures this afternoon in the upper 70s, right around the 80-degree mark. We'll be a bit breezy. We could see winds gusting up to 20 miles per hour and a very stray shower is possible as well. With Omaha's most accurate forecast, I'm 6 News First Alert meteorologist Mallory Schnell, News Radio 1110 KFAB.
Schrock Innovations presents the Midwest's #1 independent computer repair company with service centers in Lincoln, Omaha, Papillion, and across the country via the Schrock desk. This is ComputeThis. Good morning, folks, and welcome into ComputeThis. My name is Thor Schrock. I'm the owner of the Schrock Innovations Computer Company. The number to join us on the program this morning with your computer questions is 888-250-2091. That's 888-250-2091. As we do every week, we'll be giving away a $25 Schrock Innovations gift certificate to one lucky caller to the program. We have a fun-packed show for you guys today. Let me tell you what. So let's start off. Last week, if you missed the show last week, I know we have a lot of new listeners in the Des Moines market. We have a lot of new listeners in the Kansas City market. So if you are just hearing us for the first time, welcome to the program. If you missed last week's show, you missed a doozy, okay? But don't worry. We record them, you see. So that's the magic of radio. We can record things and then play them later. So you can check it out on Facebook, facebook.com/Schrock Innovations, where we are currently broadcasting live. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Richard. Nice to see you, Mitch. Top fan status, buddy. And Richard as well. Scratchy sound, Richard says. My sound is scratchy. Scratchy sound? Let's see. Scratchy sound. I don't know. So let me know if that's any better. We'll troubleshoot that as time goes on. Of course, they don't give me a waveform to look at on Facebook Live, which, that's always fun. But anyway, you can always watch live there, or you can pick up the radio show from last week at SchrockInnovations.com. Just click on the radio show tab, and you can see all the previous shows there, as well as submit questions and do things along those lines. So what you did miss last week, just in case you did miss it, Windows 10 version 2004. This is the spring update. Microsoft releases these feature upgrades is what they're called, or they call them a feature update, but it's really an operating system upgrade. It's a whole new version of Windows 10 every 6 months. Not everybody gets them at first, right away. First, they give them to the people that they know have computers that can take it. Computers that were made by major manufacturers in the last 18 months or so. Then, after that, they start pushing it out to computers that are built on, pretty reputable tech, and then they start pushing it out to everybody who they have no idea whether it will work or not. This is one of the reasons why our Safe Upgrade product was created. We are starting to see people coming into the service centers, especially with older computers that are getting this update force-fed to their computer now. That was last week. We told you about that and warned you that if your computer does need to reboot to install the update, and when it reboots, expect an extended reboot. So do not reboot your computer 5 minutes before that Zoom meeting. You will be on your cell phone with your earbuds in. Also, Garmin getting absolutely destroyed by a ransomware attack last week. We're going to talk a little bit about ransom today and torrenting and all kinds of weird things that are going to perk your interest a little bit. Intel announced they were delaying their chip, which crushed their stock, their 7-nanometer chips. And I'm just saying, I'm not a financial advice guy. And if you choose to take your financial advice from a computer repair guy, well, that's a you thing, okay? But I'm just saying, AMD was going to be the biggest beneficiary of Intel's falling flat on their face for the 3rd time in a row, whereas AMD is just soaring for the 3rd time in a row. And if you bought that stock, you made a lot of money last week. I'm just saying. Not that I get it right every time, and I certainly don't talk about it when I get it wrong. Let me tell you what. But that was a winner chicken dinner stock tip for you last week. So if you missed out, we won't really do you any good to listen to that part of the show because you already missed the boat on that one. But there's some news coming out of. NVIDIA is looking at buying the ARM processor. I think that's going to come out to be a nothing burger. So heads up, don't get head faked on that one. If you're looking for your stock tip of the week here. All right, so coming up on the show today, more important, what are we going to do today? Well, guys, we're going to talk about ransomware. And I know ransomware is not fun. It's not like ooh, yay, I love to pay ransoms. Ooh, who's in the trunk this week? It's not a super fun thing to talk about. And there's a lot of people who believe that ransomware does not apply to them. I'm going to give you several specific instances this week where if you are applying for a job, ransomware applies to you. If you are working remotely from home, you are a target of ransomware. You are the most desired target of ransomware. So a lot of people think I don't do anything important on my computer. I just get on there and I do a couple things. No Iranian hackers or North Koreans want to see what's on my computer, right? So I'm safe. No one's going to bother me because I'm low profile. There is no such thing as low profile on the internet, especially during COVID. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. I promise I won't bore you to death about it, but I'm going to explain why you need to be aware of this. And you don't need to stop using your computer or stop using the internet or anything. You don't have to become a Quaker or anything. You can just you can just do it smart and you'll be fine. All right, Qualcom has some new charger technology that promises to take your phone from a 0% charge. Let's say you were on a hot date last night and you didn't have your phone charger, and now your phone is like almost dead, and you're trying to post on Facebook to all of your peeps and record your Chinese TikTok videos, but your battery is just dying. Well, Qualcomm has a new charger that'll take it from 0 to 50% in 5 minutes. 50% cell phone charge in 5 minutes. That's got to be super healthy for your battery. We're going to talk about that coming up on the program. COVID is changing everything. Everyone's tired of hearing about it. I know. So am I. But we're not going to talk about masks or mask mandates or politics or vaccines or therapeutics or Fauci's. We're not even going to say the F word, okay? We are going to tell you about the things that have changed in people's behaviors because of COVID. Now, this is a really interesting thing if you run a business or if you're just a student of human interaction. Now, yes, I know this is a computer show, but we're going to talk about it from a tech perspective. How has COVID changed the way people drink coffee? It has. Do you know that PayPal has signed up 21 million new users in March? 21 million new users. Because people are buying things online and they want to do it safely. I literally had a customer tell me over chat yesterday, they were chatting with me about renewing an online subscription, but then they explained to me that they won't buy anything online. They refuse to transact online because it's not safe. But you want me to send you your password through a chat box. What? So anyway, people's behaviors are changing, and it's really fascinating to look at. Also, we talked a little bit a couple of weeks ago about Huawei, the Chinese cell phone maker. The story 2 weeks ago was that they're no longer able to sell phones with Google apps. So no Chrome, no Maps, no Google Play Store. Yeah, kind of a problem. But even with all of those handicaps, Huawei has achieved something that only one other cell phone manufacturer has been able to achieve in recent memory. And we're going to tell you what that is and what its implications are for the Western world coming up as well on the program. 888-250-2091. Before we get into all the fun stuff, though, perhaps your computer is a little slower than it should be. Perhaps you need a new computer. Perhaps you know someone in your family who could use a new laptop. Well, normally I would tell you, you could buy a new one and that'd be fine, but we're not going to go there today. We're going to tell you how you can win one for free. That's right, you can win a brand new laptop absolutely free of charge just by voting in the Best of Omaha competition. So I'm going to post the link right here into the show notes at facebook.com/Schrock Innovations. But for all of you people that are listening on the terrestrial radio who don't necessarily have access to the Facebook feed, all you have to do is go to SchrockInnovations.com, and right front and center in the middle of the page, there's a black box, and you click on that black box that says vote for us in the Best of Omaha. Now, you don't have to vote for Schrock. You can vote for anyone you want. We don't know who you vote for. You do have to vote for 5 places, so 5 different things, but anybody can vote that can hear my voice. Even if you're not in the Omaha metro area, you can vote in the Best of Omaha competition. Now, when you vote in the Best of Omaha competition, you will also, after you placed your vote, you'll be given 9 additional things that you can do to increase your chances of winning, to increase the odds of winning. All you have to do is go to SchrockInnovations.com, go to the black box on the center of the page that says vote for us in the Best of Omaha competition, and click to vote. And once you have clicked and voted there for the Best of Omaha, you can do the additional things to get 10 total entries in the competition to win this computer. As of right now, there are 28 days left in the competition, and we have 1,483 entries. Divide by 10, because you know just about everybody does all 10 things, and you got 148 people in the running to buy or to win a $700 laptop. I'll just go out on a limb and say that's a little bit better odds than the lotto. Just a little bit. But all you have to do is go to SchrockInnovations.com, click on the black box, vote in the Best of Omaha competition, and then once you've voted, we have a neat little thing you put in your email, and it'll actually guide you through the process. So it'll go step by step by step. You can do this, you can do that. Now, you don't have to have a Facebook account to vote in the Best of Omaha. You don't have to have a Google account or any other thing like that to vote in the Best of Omaha. You can enter the contest without any of those accounts. Some of the extra things we ask you to do for additional entries do require a Yelp account, for example, or a Facebook account or a Google account. If you don't have those accounts, just skip those things and do the others. If you don't have any of the accounts, then just skip them all. It's not the end of the world, but you can get your entry in the competition, and we will be drawing for that in just 28 short days. So be sure you check that out over at SchrockInnovations.com. All right. Also, audio is less than crisp. Is there a way to protect your... Audio is less than crisp. It seems to be coming through on the terrestrial okay, so I'll take a look at that during the break, guys. I hear what you're saying. I can't do anything about the audio here at the very moment. The next thing, Des Moines. The Des Moines Service Center, we are so excited over in Des Moines. Now, we are going to be, obviously we've been working very hard on getting the service center ready. We're bringing our technicians into the service centers to basically train and get up to speed on all the technology that needs to be done here in the shops, so that they're good and they know what they're doing when they go into the Des Moines Service Center. Of course, Parker and I will be working with them for the launch, but we're going to have a soft opening at the Des Moines Service Center. Now, a soft opening means it's a fully functional service center with a fully trained staff, and we want to put it through its paces to make sure we have all the bugs worked out before we do a grand opening. Okay? So, in soft openings, typically what happens is you have fewer people at the soft opening event, as opposed to the grand opening event, which is scheduled for the week of the 24th. Okay? So the week of the 17th, we're going to be doing the soft open. So if you want to receive, this is by invitation only, folks. You can't just show up on the 17th and bring your computer in. You have to have an invite from Schrock Innovations. Good news is they're very easy to get. We just want to make sure that our guys, the purpose of a dry run is to not be overwhelmed. We don't want everyone to be overwhelmed. So if you want to be involved in the soft open for the Des Moines Service Center, all you have to do is give us a call at any of our existing service centers, Omaha, Lincoln, or Papillion, and just give us your name and address and phone number, and we'll get you on the list. So basically, we're going to alert anyone that has an Iowa address. They're going to get an invite to the soft opening. So it's really easy, not a problem, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We'll get it done for you. The week of the 17th. But otherwise, everything is going very well in the service center there. I don't want to bore everybody else in Kansas City and Lincoln and Omaha because they don't really like, Des Moines, that's great, good for you, Thor, but let's get on to the good stuff, right? And we will, don't worry. But I do want to make a mention, you're going to start hearing ads in the Des Moines market. They're going to be coming soon ads. You're going to hear them all over the radio. You're going to hear them all over WHO. You're going to start seeing television commercials about the service center. We are literally media blanketing the Des Moines metro area. So when you see those commercials, you can poke your friend in the side and say, I knew that's coming. I have a private invite to the soft opening the week of the 17th, where we will have extra special deals for those who are involved in the pre-opening events. 888-250-2091. That's the number to join us on the program this morning. As we move on through everything we have to talk about here to get the show going, we've covered how to win a free laptop. We've covered the Des Moines market. Now I want to hit you up with a ransomware warning. And I purposefully have saved this for a time when I have 3 minutes or less to talk about it, because I could talk about this the entire show. And I need someone to slap me with a ruler and tell me to stop. So here it goes. What is ransomware? There's a lot of people here listening that may not know what ransomware is. You've heard of viruses. You've heard of maybe malware. Malware is any software that does bad stuff to your computer. So we want to make sure that you don't get malware. Ransomware is software. It's a virus that gets installed on your computer through various means. Once it's installed on your computer, it encrypts everything on your hard drive and then holds it ransom. If you want to get your files back and your pictures and stuff, you have to pay this ransom in Bitcoin. Those Bitcoin ransoms have gotten extremely expensive. Bitcoin briefly rallied to $11,800 a coin, up from $9,200 earlier in the week. So it's on a bull tear. So those ransoms are pretty expensive. You don't want to get hit with it. Now they've added the additional wrinkle. If they find that your computer that they've compromised actually does have important information on it that you would not like to see published publicly, like your tax returns, or if you're an attorney's office or a doctor's office or a dentist's office, if you don't pay the ransom, they're actually taking your data and publishing it online for everyone to see. So even if you don't need to pay the ransom because you have an appropriate technological protection, like a backup to restore from, like an off-site backup or cold storage to restore from, that's not enough. Now you have to actually worry about your data being pushed out to the public. And if that wasn't enough, the newest trend in ransomware, right now, the employment market is topsy-turvy, upside down. Everyone's applying for jobs. People who aren't applying for jobs are thankful that they have jobs. Some people are working from home. Some people have to go to work. Some people want to go to work. Some people want to work from home, so they're trying to find jobs back and forth. You get the idea. Operation North Star was a sting, basically, where people were trying to bait the bad guys into infecting people so they could figure out who was doing it. Because if you're searching for a job at aerospace, defense, power plant, information security, any kind of information tech job, some of the applications that you're sending in are actually, some of the jobs that are posted are fake, and you're actually applying for jobs that don't exist, and you're sending your applications to North Koreans, who are then responding to you with an email. Please click the link for the Zoom scheduled meeting. And it's another way to get you to click a link that pops open a vulnerability and infects your computer. If you think you are not a target of ransomware, you are wrong. The Twitter employees that were working from home didn't think that they were in a spear phishing attack, because I just work at Twitter. Why would anybody want me? They don't want you. They want Twitter. And that's how all those Bitcoin hack things came out 2 weeks ago that we talked about. They don't want you. They know you work at the power plant. They want access to the power plant. They know you're working remotely from home. So if they compromise you, they compromise the power plant. They know that you work at a great big radio station. Let's say you want to go online and torrent a movie. You guys know what torrenting is, right? That's where you steal a movie online. You download it illegally without paying for it. And it's awesome, right? We don't have to pay for nothing. This is COVID. Woohoo! Except when you go on the torrent websites, the ads that pop up on the torrent screens, they're almost all infection ads. If you don't have good protection, you're going to get hosed before you even download anything. Then, once you download the stuff, sometimes you have to install a codec to get it to work on your computer, because you just can't play the XVID format, and you want the XVID format to play. So just install this simple audio codec. Well, the simple audio codec is a ransomware infection, or it's laced with a ransomware infection. And it sits on your computer for weeks before you know it's there, and then any other computers that join the network get infected as well, and then they take it home. It's just like coronavirus. If only I know I said I wouldn't say anything about masks. Okay, so anyway, it's just like coronavirus. We don't have to filter your air in your computer, do we? Wear the goggles. The goggles are important. But anyway, ransomware is serious. It's something that you should be aware of. And how do you protect yourself? You get good antivirus. I'm just going to tell you straight up, The stuff that you get free from your internet service provider is not good enough. It will not get the job done. The stuff that you get free on the internet is better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Thank you, sir. May I have another? But who wants to get poked in the eye with a sharp stick? So it's not good enough. Now, some people buy antivirus software. They buy McAfee. McAfee is not good enough. They buy Trend Micro. Trend Micro, not good enough. Now, the only two out there, even three that you would buy that could protect you successfully from ransomware are Semantic Endpoint, Kaspersky, because the Russian-made one actually does a surprisingly good job. It's almost like they know the attacks are coming, and Sophos. Those three are the three biggies that you can use. The threat is so real, guys, that we're installing additional hardware firewalls in all of our service centers to protect us and to protect your computers while they're on the bench. The threat is real, and it's something you need to be aware of and respond to. I beg you, please properly secure your computer. Let us do it for you. We will make it easy. We will make it so you don't even have to think about security again. But let us help you out. I was writing the show prep yesterday for this show, and no joke, 20 plus times I watched somebody try to brute force hack into my computer, directly into my computer from the outside internet. And every single time Endpoint stopped them. Every time. It works. So I'll get off my soapbox now. You can buy Endpoint on our website if you need it immediately. Otherwise, bring your computer in for a maintenance check, and we'll be happy to install it there for you. 888-250-2091. Kathy, stay on the line. Your call is coming up next on Compute This.
Today's fragile computers need maintenance more than ever. Your computer needs a maintenance checkup every 6 months to last beyond its 18-month expected lifespan. External hard drives are handy. You can back up multiple computers to them or even use them to move lots of data from one computer to another. Computer users have been buying the same old external hard drives for years. While our computers have been getting faster, we still do backups that take hours or watch epic progress bars creep by to move files. Schrock wanted more for our customers, so our innovators created the fastest external hard drives on the planet. Schrock modular storage devices are up to 50% faster than Seagate or Western Digital externals and are modular in the truest sense of the word. We can create whatever size and speed of drive you need for all of your needs, and all modular storage devices come with a data restoration guarantee. If you use our drives for backing up and your computer's hard drive fails, we'll restore your backup to your repaired computer for free. Fast, simple, and flexible technology solutions from Schrock Innovations. It's what we do. Compute This Pro Tip 423. Everyone knows you need an antivirus and firewall program for your computer, but which one is the best? Should you use the free ones, pay for a commercial product, or maybe even the free stuff your internet service provider gives you? The absolute worst thing you can do is to install nothing. Windows 10 comes with Windows Defender, but Microsoft never intended it to be your primary antivirus product. Free antivirus like AVG or Avast are more effective